So I thought today we would talk about, on this coach's commute, injuries. I think injuries are almost number one when we look at taking you out of action and stopping your progress. Often the best weightlifters in terms of success are the ones that have been able to train consistently and perform at the right time. Now, my history involves a range of injuries. You know, I dislocated my shoulder, we've all had knee pains, we've all had back issues, and working around those issues, learning how to deal with them, coming back and rehabilitating them to be stronger and better than before. And now, you know, I can say that I can still train absolutely fine and probably handle, you know, more, I wouldn't say at my young, compared to my younger years, but handle the actual lifts better than I did in my past. I used to push and push and push to a point where my body would say, no, no, no. I would go so heavy, you know, just because I can. Now, managing those spikes in load, managing that spike in tonnage, are probably really important factors. So if I can say lift, I don't know, let's just say it's simple, in an average session you lift, I don't know, 3,000 kilograms, something nice and wholesome like that. But then I suddenly do 5,000, 6,000, or I do a WOD. This is the exact situation where you're actually going to end up increasing that risk of injury and finding yourself dealing with a back issue, dealing with, you know, extreme knee pain, and setting yourself out for a few more days. And that's really what you're looking for, is can you manage that load through the week and not just shock your body. I remember injuring my adductor. I power clean 140, just got pushed down that little bit too low. I'd never done 140. I think the most at the time I'd done was 130, but I thought, let's just go for it because I can. And that set me back probably 2 months of rehabilitating that. But if I had maybe built up and got a lot more consistency with 130 power cleans, maybe done a double on 130, perhaps I'd build myself to handle that 140. But remember, we don't compete in the power clean. Also, we don't compete in what we do in training. We compete in the competition. So I used to spend, I think, a lot of us and a lot of coaches in the past, they often say, I left it all in the gym. You know, we often all can leave a lot of stuff in the gym. And that's not what we want to do. We want to be able to perform at our best at the correct time. So it's that having that maturity and wisdom as a lifter, that when you say, right, okay, just because I can do 10 kilos more, should I do 10 kilos more today? Have I built my body up for that? You know, we recently had that with